Hey guys, it's me, Ariel Williford, and normally I come to you on Tuesday, which is today, and do a Sunday night wrap up. Well, we didn't have youth on Sunday night. Number one, Hurricane Florence was supposed to come through, and we did get a lot of rain, but it wasn't until yesterday, Monday, that we really saw a lot from Hurricane Florence. Um, our we went under here in our town a tornado warning, and then it went off towards the school, and that was not good. So our schools are really old. They voted yesterday to build a new combined school with two of our schools in our county. I think it's going to be a really good thing, but some parents are not excited about it. It's going to probably be 3 years. Here's the problem. Yesterday, during the tornado warning, our students were actually in the hallways, hands over the head, the whole 9 yards. But the hallways were flooded. So our kids were in flooded hallways sitting on the ground for tornado warning. Granted, this would probably never ever happen again, but still, it's not good. The other thing that happened is our middle school actually, the gas tank in front of it, there was so much water that came down because of Florence. It rose out of the ground and then flipped. It was absolutely terrifying. And apparently part of it caught on fire. I don't really know, but the kids were evacuated, and the middle school kids were taken to the high school, which I already told you was flooded. So that was not good at all. But we'll see what happens. Yay! Sorry. So Sunday night, Hurricane Florence came through, and we actually didn't have youth because my husband and I and our daughter drove down to Durham because we had a student. Well, actually, to Raleigh. We have a 10-year-old who is septic. He got kidney stones, and he had one in one and then like six in another one. And they were huge. So they've done 6 surgeries, and this last time they put a stent in, and he contracted sepsis from it. And so we didn't have youth because my husband and I went there, but also the water started to rise because of Hurricane Florence, even though we're in Southern Virginia, and away from what we got the outer bands of everything, and so we didn't get as much as most people. But we got a lot of wind and we got a lot of rain, like constant rain, until yesterday. And then yesterday, stuff hit the fan. My daughter and our dog and I were in the basement of our house because of the tornado warning, and I noticed our basement floor was getting kind of wet, and I walked to the back door, and I opened it because there's a drain right outside the back door that we have to make sure is clean or our basement floods. And when I did that, water rushed in to our basement, and I was in ankle deep water in no time, and was able to clean out the drain, and then all of a sudden the water subsided. So that was good. But it has been an interesting time in our little town. The last week, we were supposed to on Sunday have homecoming, or homecoming, our 200th church anniversary, which I'm super excited about because it's very rare that churches turn 200 years old. And so, but it's going to happen. Our town is also turning 200, and so they've kind of come together. It's really fun. But we had to push off our 200th anniversary because that was Sunday, and we only had one service. We had an 11 o'clock service, which people weren't getting out because of the hurricane, and so we totally understood. It was very rainy and kind of gross. My husband and I wore jeans and boots and stuff because it was raining and everything was disgusting. So this week we will, Wednesday night, we will actually kick off our fall kids ministry. Because of the rain, we haven't been able to do that. And then Sunday, we will kick off our student ministry. back to our regular stuff where there's teaching and preaching, and we're gonna start to insert some songs and play some games. And so next week we will be off to the races, and it will be super awesome and super fun. And we'll be back to our normal schedule. But so far, God is still good, and He is still on the throne. And even though we've had the wrath of Hurricane Florence, everything is going to be okay. So I will see you next week for our Sunday night wrap up. See ya!